30 years. We're getting ready to do the biggest thing that we've ever done. As I've been telling people over the years, we found a way to get the telephone companies to pay us, and we found a way to get the mobile companies to pay us, and we found a way to get the healthcare industry to pay us. We found a way to get the energy companies to pay us. And now I think the biggest thing ever, we found a way to banks to pay us. What we're getting ready to do, I promise you, will be the biggest thing that we've ever done. The biggest thing by far that we've ever done. Think about it. There's 12, 13, 14 trillion dollars sitting in checking and savings accounts across this country. And the top 15 banks treat 85% of the population by virtually paying them no interest to zero interest to very little interest every month. Think about that opportunity of getting paid on somebody's checking or savings account while that money sits there every single month. And why would they want to become our customer? Really simple. Number one, FDIC insured 100%, no risk. Number two, we're going to pay him up to 10 times more interest every month than the top banks do. Not 10% more, not 25% more, up to 10 times more a month. Now, with that being said, they virtually pay you nothing. So it's not that we're going to pay you a ton, but it will be 10 times more than what they're paying you. And we're going to charge you less fees to bank with us. Good reasons to become a customer. Think about the opportunity to get paid on checking and savings account, money sitting there month in and month out. And then we're going to issue everybody a debit card, a secured credit card, in phase 2, a credit card. Every time you use that card, people use it 30, 40 times a month. Every time you use that card, whether it's for reoccurring payments, reoccurring bills, or just grocery shopping, Starbucks, a few meals here or there, getting gas, every time you make a transaction, we get paid. Because if you ask the average customer when you use your card, where does that fee go? Most people assume it goes to Visa or MasterCard. Well, that's partially correct. A chunk of that money actually goes back to the company, the bank that owns the card. That's going to be us. So that means every single time your customer makes a purchase, taps, slides, uses that card, we're going to get a percentage. For the first time ever in this country, the average person is going to get a chance to get paid a little bit like the banks do. And like I said, any city you go to, some of the nicest, biggest buildings downtown are banks because they make a lot of money. For the first time ever, we are going to get an opportunity to make money a little bit like the banks do. It's a huge opportunity. If you add up the long distance business, the paging business, the energy business, the internet business, all of it together isn't 10% as big as what we're ready to do. It is a gigantic marketplace sitting, waiting there for us. Because 85% of the population, we're going to bring them tremendous value. And then we're going to have, as part of our customers, and I don't want to spoil it, I'm going to give a lot of this stuff out in Nashville in about 10 days, all the perks we're going to give you for being a blue card or a white card or a black card holder of ours. It's going to be spectacular. Customers are going to come in droves, and being early on in any opportunity, doesn't matter what it is, being at the right place at the right time, being at the beginning of something is as big as it gets. So how do you take advantage of it? Like, what do you need to do to put yourself in position to really benefit financially from this? Well, obviously we're a direct sales company. So the bigger organization you build, the more customers you're going to have. The more customers you have, the more revenue you have. The more revenue you have, obviously the more income that you make. The first thing that you can do to make a huge difference in the future of your business is how many people on your team will be at the Elevate event in approximately 60 days. That is the biggest thing that you can do. October 1st is the starting line. And yes, it's okay if you're there by yourself. Being at the starting line at the beginning is still better than not being there. But what would it be like if you had 10 people or 50 people or 100 people part of your team also there at the starting line. This will be the best event that ACN has ever done. Not just because of the production quality and all the great surprises we're going to have, but because of the launch of something that's never been done before in this country. The launch of something that's going to put us in position to create a remarkable amount of income on an opportunity that's just opening up for the first time. There's no network marketing company making money in banking today. We're going to be the first ones. There's no network marketing company involved in fintech. We're going to be the first ones. And this is not a startup. This is a new opportunity, right place at the right time, with a 30-plus-year-old established company who's launched new industries before, who's been doing it for 30 years. So the best thing that you can be is not be at the event. That's a given. If there's a reason you can't be at the event, then that's okay. You can't be at the event. But you being there is a given. The question is, how many people are you going to have there? And I promise you, no matter what that number ends up being, I can promise you on Sunday, you're going to say to yourself, I wish I had more. I promise and guarantee you that. That's how good this event's going to be. So how many people can you get to this event? If you can focus on one thing in the next 45 to 60 days, is get as many people in your organization, as many new guests to come see this, because what they're going to see, you are not capable of explaining to them. What they're going to experience, you're not capable of sharing with them. What they're going to see, you're not capable of showing them. If you can build a team who comes to this event, your business will skyrocket after this event. It's as simple as that. What people will see at this event, what they're going to experience at this event, what they're going to hear at this event is going to take your business to the next level. Your focus for the next 45 days, and listen, I know it's summer. Some folks are not done with their vacations yet, and that's okay. If you have vacations planned, take your vacations. Your family's been looking forward to it. If you have plans on some summer activities, finish those up. It's okay. But your focus, how many people can I get to this event? Because how many people you have at this event will be a direct correlation on what your fourth quarter income production looks like, on what your first quarter of 2027 income production looks like. By the way, you guys just did some recognition, and congratulations to everybody. But here's something that's very interesting for the last literally 30 years. You can track the top 15 pre-reg, always tracks almost identical to the top 15 production for the following quarter. In other words, the folks who had the most people at the events had the most production coming out of the events. Now, that makes sense, right? That makes common sense. But that's what's been going on for 30 years. So if you want to be in the top 15, 20, 25 of production for the fourth quarter or for the first quarter of 2027, there's a direct correlation to how many folks you have at that event. And ladies and gentlemen, I cannot emphasize to you how big this event's going to be. We're going to have our vendors there. I almost told you one of them, I almost slipped up there, but it's Visa. They're going to be there. We're going to have our bank there. We're going to have all the partners that are going to help you understand just how big this is and how big of an opportunity we have. If you focus on this event and get as many people to this event as possible, I can promise you your business will skyrocket after that. If you put 2 or 3 years of hard work, talk to your husband, talk to your wife, talk to your kids, make a plan, make some sacrifice. If you put in work the next 2 or 3 years, you are going to put you and your family in an incredible position. And for no other reason than right place at the right time. That's what's going to happen at this Elevate event. So I would encourage you, again, you being there is not an option. I would encourage you to do everything you can to get as many folks there as possible, because your business will explode from what they're going to hear, see, and experience that weekend. That I promise you. I know we got a little more left in the summer, so I want you to enjoy that summer. But Jeff's right. We're more excited today about our business than we have been in the last 34 years, because even us, even though we've been through these kind of things before the last 30 years, it only comes around once every 5-10 years. For some people, it never comes around. Some of you got a chance to experience, for example, the regulation of energy and what that meant financially to you. Some of you weren't around for the internet. They weren't around for the long distance. You weren't around for that. But today you're going to be around for the biggest thing that's ever happened. And that's fintech. And that's being able to get paid a little bit like the banks do. And this is going to be, folks, bigger than anything that we've ever done before. And I don't want you to miss it. I don't want you to miss it, because it's going to happen in a big way. So for those of you that are going to be in Nashville with us in about 10 days, I look forward to seeing you. And for the rest of you, enjoy your summer. And I look forward to see all of you at the historical, once-in-a-lifetime best ACN event ever in Arlington at the end of September. So God bless you all. Jeff, back to you, sir.